Hello everyone, I'm Bulspara and welcome to my channel. Today I will be showing off all the new items added in the Minecraft Caves and Cliffs snapshots so far. Well, almost all of them. There are a lot to cover. The first new item on our list is Deep Slate. Now Deep Slate is the new stone type that generates below Y level 0. One of the biggest changes in Minecraft Caves and Cliffs is that the height limit was increased 64 blocks, and the depth limit was decreased 64 blocks. So, if we look at this, yes, the iron and coal textures have all changed, but we'll go over that later. We see that at Y level 0, we start to see this new stone type. This new stone type is called Deep Slate, and it generates below Y level 0. And as you can see, we have these awesome giant caves that are spawning in. Looks like we have a mine shaft here. We get these massive caves. And you can also see that below Y level 0, the ores also change, but again, we'll go over this later. What we're really focusing on is Deep Slate. And now when you mine Deep Slate, you get a block called Cobbled Deep Slate. And with Cobbled Deep Slate, you can make Polished Deep Slate. Let me hop back into creative mode. You get Now we have a couple more texture changes. You can see the coal is also a bit more rounded. I like this one. I think it looks like big chunks of coal that you can find in there. And the emerald one, the emerald chunks got a lot bigger. I like how it kind of looks like the actual Minecraft emerald is kind of peeking out from behind the stone. Now we also have a new ore entirely, and that is copper ore. When you mine copper, you get copper ore, obviously, but when you smelt it in a furnace, you get a copper ingot. And with the copper ingot, you can make blocks of copper. You can make copper bricks, or they're called cut copper. And the thing that's really interesting about these blocks is that if you leave them out, over time, they will start to oxidize. And now what this means is that, not cooked food, copper, is that over time, they will get more and more green color. So here is a copper block, a weathered copper block, exposed, which is like lightly weather. You can see a little bit of the green, a weathered copper, and then the full-on oxidized copper. It goes through 4 stages. And I think this is really cool because it shows if you make a build with like a roof out of copper, it'll age. Now I'm not quite sure how long this aging process takes, but I do know that it will take a while, so you will have to wait quite a bit for it to reach the fully oxidized copper. The next item on our list is called dripstone. Now, we have the dripstone block, which is kind of cool. You can use it for building and stuff. Let's get you out of the way. You will get showed eventually. And this is actually going to be a new biome that generates deep in the underground. Or not, it doesn't necessarily have to be deep, but it will be called the dripstone caves. And if you fall on dripstone, it will multiply your fall damage taken. So these are very deadly. You don't want to fall on them. And if you break it, if like another player breaks it, it will fall and crush you. And these blocks have some cool properties. You don't actually have to put it on water, but if you put it under lava, if you put lava on top of a block and then put the dripstone on the other side of the block, it will actually fill up the cauldron. Let me get a cauldron. How do you spell cauldron? I don't know. There we go. That's how you spell cauldron. They will gradually fill up over time. Yes, and this also means we will get a renewable lava source, which we haven't had before. I'm very excited. And then it will also happen with water. You actually don't have to have the water in there. It will still fill up and drip. Doesn't want to show the dripping right now, but the lava, with the lava, you actually do need the lava source on top. Yeah, and if you break it, all of them break as well. Next, we have the glow squid, which is a new mob that they added. You can only get the spawn egg in creative currently, but that will obviously change. It has a very cool particle effect, and it doesn't actually glow in the dark, like it doesn't emit a light source, but it does like glow, like Enderman eyes or spider eyes. And when you kill it, it drops a glow ink sac. Now with the glow ink sac, you can make a glow item frame. You can also dye signs, and they'll glow in the dark, but I didn't show that today. And you can make glow item frames, and the glow item frames will illuminate the item in it from the back. So if we set the time to night, or slash, you will see that the glow item frame will illuminate it. It's kind of hard to see. We can get a regular item frame for comparison. You can see how that one illuminates it a lot better than this one. So that's the glow item frame. There was another new mob that was added called the axolotl, and you can scoop them up with a bucket, and they're so cute. Let's set the time back to day. There we go. And you can actually breed these with tropical fish. And if you hold tropical fish, these creatures are very complicated. If you want to know more about them, you can check out other videos. There are a lot. Not my videos, but other people's videos. And they are also attracted to the tropical fish that you hold in your hand. See this guy swimming towards me? They're really cute. And if they're on land for too long, they'll dry out. So you want to keep them in water. And you can scoop them off the bucket. And they're so cute. Alright, the next couple of items on our list is the items they're going to add to the lush caves, which is another biome. And you may have seen my recreation of it, but here are the items in more depth. We have the small drip leaf plant, which can only be planted on clay or in water. You can see here we're able to plant it in water, but you can't. I'm right-clicking. You can't place it on land. Now, glow berries were also added. These are berries. Unfortunately, they do not give you the glowing effect. That would be really cool if they did, but foxes will come eat these berries, and these berries do emit a light source. So if we set the time back to midnight, you will see that they are producing light. Now, if you don't, if you just have them like this, they won't produce light, but if you let them grow, or if you bone meal them, they will then produce light, and you can harvest them and eat them as a food source. They give the same saturation stuff as regular sweet berries. Alright, now there were a couple more items added. The candles, there are a lot of candle types. I can't show them all now, but excuse me. They go all of the colors in the rainbow. You can have purple candles, you can have red candles. I personally think the red candles look like a stick of dynamite, which is pretty cool. You can have this with your TNT, and you light them with flint and steel. And then you have the lightning rod, which if you put on your house during a thunderstorm, lightning, if it is going to strike your house, it will strike the lightning rod instead, which will make your house a bit more safer from lightning. Or actually 100% safer from lightning if you have enough lightning rods. So yeah, now our final area is a couple more blocks were added. So tuff was added, smooth basalt was added, and calcite was added. And also amethyst was added. Now, if we go back into spectator mode, I think there's an amethyst geode over here in this direction, maybe over here. But they're not too hard to find in creative. Oh yeah, here's an aquifer, a water-filled cave. They're pretty cool. If you just fly around for long enough, you should find one. Ah, here's one. This one's a little baby, but it's still cute. So you can find these geodes in the ground, and they have the smooth basalt and the calcite encasing them. And there's this block of amethyst. I know, it makes a beautiful sparkly noise. You can collect this stuff, but this stuff, budding amethyst, which is like texture change, if you break it in survival, it will not break. It's like a spawner. And these amethyst buds will only grow on the budding amethyst. And you can't take these home and like plant them in your yard, so you have to come out to this area and find them yourself. But with the shards, you can make blocks of amethyst, and they make a very pretty twinkling sound. Now the next item that was added is powdered snow. And this is a type of trap block. You see, let me hop into survival for a second. If I try and walk on it, I'll get sucked down. And I'm pressing space right now and I can't get up. And you can see this effect on the sides of my screen. It's called freezing. And the longer you stay in here, the more blue it gets. And you can look at my hearts. And eventually, you will die. I think it'll do more damage or quicker damage if I'm in HUD. Yeah, but eventually I will die. Because there's no possible way to get out unless you have leather armor. And now any type of leather armor now you see when I wear the armor, I can actually get up and walk on it and I won't sink. But as soon as I take off the armor, I start sinking again. And you can't get out, and it's pretty frightening. You can punch it, but I think they're going to make it a bit harder to punch, because this seems too easy. And even in just in one block, you can still get frozen. And yes, I know my username is still DragonBoom258. That will change soon, don't worry. Let's see if I can rescue my stuff. Yeah, so that's powdered snow, and you actually can pick it up with a bucket. And you can move it. Yeah, alright. And the next block on our list is called the Skulk Sensor. And this block is very interesting. People in the redstone community are going to be very excited about this. So it can detect movement. So you see I'm over here. It can detect movement from up to 8 blocks away. And as soon as I step over this line, they can hear me. And they input a redstone signal based off of how far you are away. So if I get a snowball and I throw it, you'll see this one, if I throw it right close, all of the lamps will light up. And if I throw it a little bit further away, only some of the lamps light up. If I throw it really far away, only like 2 of the lamps light up. Now, if you put a comparator, it will output different things. So footsteps is just 1. Throwing a projectile is a lot more than 1. Throwing a projectile is more than 1, and then a projectile landing is a lot more. And I think the loudest one is like TNT and lightning. But yeah, so these can hear you, and it also makes wireless redstone. I can make a quick example for you. I guess it makes a pretty easy redstone clock. But if you space them apart 8 blocks, then it should work. Now, one more thing I forgot to mention is that with the copper over there and the amethyst over here, you can create a spyglass. It looks really cool in third person. And it's kind of like the Optifine zoom, where you can zoom in things from far away. I hope they add a slot where you can like equip it, like so it's always on your eye so you can always use it. I think that would be pretty useful. And, well, apart from that, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all when I next upload a video. Bye!